Guys, today is the 18th of March, 2021, and I have been working in investigation into child and human trafficking, satanic ritual abuse, and how this pertains to many other aspects of the intelligence fields, the military, what's going on Earth, and so many other things. There's a lot of directions to go here, but I'm going to put this information together, excuse me, so we can all hear it. So you know, the last thing that I'm doing here is condemning this family, my family, or any other families that have been involved in this, because we're dealing with a cycle that has gone on far too long on Earth that needs to be broken. And regardless of your field of expertise, if you're an investigator, you're with the federal agency, you're a member of the public, you are all people that I am contacting and disseminating this information for, already having yielded over 15 arrests, many of which have been high-profile law enforcement officers within their own respective communities as a result of the information that I have disseminated previously. And so we are dealing with a victim here that has gone on a record with her testimony as it concerns the Clintons and others, including the Bush family. I have collected all of this information. It is consistent with what we've heard from other victims, including myself, as it pertains to this. And so we're gonna play this. And guys, it strikes such a deep chord with me. This is somebody that I love. I just want to make sure that I have it. And when you hear her start to cry, I just want you to think about what's really going on, what's really important, and what we need to do as a collective to be able to come together and address this issue, regardless of any barriers that we may have of anger or hatred or anything. It's love that's going to overcome this, as idealistic as that may sound to people. This is the only thing that I have, and it is more than enough to be able to continue my work today. Okay, so
everything in order about your dad. Where were you when that rape happened?
Say that one more time.
Where were you when the rape happened with your dad?
Honey, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
Where were you when the rape happened with your dad, babe?
At my dad's house.
Which is?
I can't even talk about this right now without my dad.
Is that in Granbury?
I'm not mad at him. He was someone else, and that happened.
Okay.
My dad is not that person.
I just want to interject here and say, when we deal with victims of trauma that have compartmented aspects of their psyche due to that trauma, oftentimes we will see them cover up, make excuses for the victim, so on and so forth. And this is very indicative of that, what we're hearing here. And the fact that her own mother has covered up for this crime is something that I'm dealing with personally, as far as, trying not to be angry about this and why could you do this. The bottom line is, I feel like her mother's been through probably some things as well, but we'll get on into that aspect of the testimony in this video. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear the rest of this and just continue on. But I just wanted to let you know that that's kind of what we're hearing here. And obviously you're going to love your parents no matter what. And this is what she's going through. And she's confused as to who she can even trust in her own family. And a lot of the victims that have been through this go through this, and it's very difficult.
I just want to know where it happened. I'm going to let it go.
At his house.
In Granbury?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me about the incident with his brother and the grandma and the murders and all of that.
Well, that happened back in the 80s.
I know, but tell me, give me the quickest nutshell version that you would give to anybody.
I wouldn't give it just to anybody. Thing.
Also, as a matter of record, she has asked me to do this. She came to me in the middle of this investigation at a very pertinent and at a very key moment in what I was experiencing that did ultimately result in some arrests, including one in which involved the lead detective of a child exploitation unit in Lewisville, Texas, who is currently charged with 8 counts of continuous sexual abuse on a minor after he was investigating a crime and began to, rape the victim and so on as a police officer and put her through the type of abuse that we do see in satanic ritual abuse cases. And so that is very important.
Well, tell me about
What
it.
do you mean by that?
Well, I want to know I know it winds up with your uncle being executed. Your dad was nowhere to be seen. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want you to tell
My
it.
father was not even in the picture. My dad was already gone with my mom, and they had me. Like, I was born in 76. My dad didn't talk to his family at all. At all.
Okay.
Because this happened in, hold on, let me see. This happened, my dad he didn't talk to his family for the longest time. This is something on a deeper level. Maybe I don't want to talk about this right now. I can't do it right now.
Okay. All right.
Can we save it for another segment?
Yeah, we can, baby. It's okay. What was your uncle's name? Who was
Who
executed?
was executed?
Yeah.
You won't hate on them, will you?
No, I'm not going to hate on them. I'm just trying to put the piece of the baby. I don't hate on your family.
Because I love them.
I know you do, baby.
Me. This is what helps me understand both sides, is because even though
Do you? Let me ask you this. Do you understand this?
socially people will look down upon my father's side of the family because my mom is complete opposite.
Well,
My mom could be who knows, my mom's side could be the corrupt one. I don't know. But look.
Now, what she just said really illustrative of how she's in the middle of this. Both sides are her family. Her mom's covered this up, as we'll get to, and this puts her in a very difficult position I'm trying to help her out of. And going public with this information does hold law enforcement accountable as to how they will handle this investigation. And I've already released information that shows that I've reported this rape before, and so has she, and we've already seen other law enforcement factions cover this up because there's a network of these people that have done this since time immemorial. And one of these was Sheriff Skinner in Collin County, and he comes from New Mexico. And lo and behold, her great uncle that we're listening to, the victim here, her great uncle was an elected sheriff in New Mexico for many years. And so this shows the network very clearly and their connections and how they will cover for one another within law enforcement circles.
I just know they all meant
what? Honey. Hey, it's okay. What happened, honey?
it makes me feel sad, honey.
I know, honey.
Hold on.
It's okay, baby.
And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like an angel crying when I hear that. And it's tough. And so I'm gonna back out of here and get into another segment that we have. And I have collected so much information in this investigation, it's unreal.
And she knows why. She knows why, like me, because it's so out of character for me. I said, Mom, I need to understand why you or I didn't want to do anything about it with, like calling the law or anything like that.
I mean, I understand you don't want
And
to
my
do
mom
something like that,
said it's so out of character for him, though, Alex. We both know it's so out of character.
I mean, I don't want to speak on it because
I've got to tell you guys, regardless of if alcohol played a role in this or not, with what happened between her and her father when she was, 39 years of age, it does show that this most likely has occurred before, and that she again is dealing with this trauma by hiding it from herself, you guys. And it's just such a difficult situation for me. And so this does show that her mother did know about the crime. And, lo and behold, not reporting that crime is criminal. And so her mom's going to have to get out there and say what she knows. And I would just encourage her to do that because that's the right thing to do. It's the next right thing to do, guys.
I was involved,
I mean, that's not, nobody motherfuckers being hemmed up for that.
But wait a minute.
I mean,
I know my father.
I know.
It's not.
I'm not judging him or you.
He's not a guy like that. He's not that kind of, he's not a pervert. He can't even say panties.
You told me all this, dude. I just
I know. And it does her too. It does her too. And I told her why. I tried to explain to her why. What the root of it could have been. And I even brought up the Clintons. And she goes, oh, yeah.
What about the Clintons?
So there we do have a connection into the Clintons with their family, with a known cover-up already going on within law enforcement. This is, groundbreaking testimony and being shared with the public in an open format for special operations on social media platforms is something that I relish the opportunity to do because it's a matter of holding these people to accountability. And that's what this is. This is so important. And we're dealing with some amazing souls here. Her mother and Alexia are some of the sweetest and dear people I have ever met. And I don't want to be in a conflict with them, but this is, I know I'm doing the right thing. You don't let a rape go unreported when it comes to child abuse, okay? And so that's what we're dealing here, and I need to make my stance clear about that. And let's do one more that will show, who her great uncle is, and I'll do some upcoming things for you guys.
Your uncle, tell me about the sheriff.
My Uncle Lawrence, my great Uncle Lawrence was a sheriff there for 30 years.
He was the sheriff. He was the elected official sheriff.
He was the elected sheriff. That was my grandmother's sister, my Aunt Lorraine, my mama's sister, Lorraine, her husband.
Right, and what was his first name?
Sheriff. You're not going to victimize these people, are you?
Baby, what was his first name, babe? Come on.
Lawrence Allen.
Okay, so here's the reason that I asked, and I want you to be aware of this.
Allen.
Let me tell you why it's important. Because when we first...
I know why.
You don't. Listen, I need you to know where everything is and we be on the same page. Because when I first reported your rape to the Skinner Sheriff's Department, okay, Sheriff Skinner comes from New Mexico, okay, originally.
Really?
Listen,
What part?
you're not listening and let me finish, okay? I'll tell you, but you need to know this, and you need to just hold on a second, baby, and let me, okay? This is an intense investigation that I've been working on for a number of years that concerns you. And so this is where we are now and where we've been. And so when I first reported this to Skinner, they know who you are. They've already got the intelligence on you. The reason that this crime that your dad committed didn't go up any further was because they knew who he was, and they covered it up as a result. And so this gets into your bloodline, how it all fits in, and what they do to the children as a matter of multi-generational abuse. You see?
Something happened to my dad when he was little, huh?
I mean, I can't tell you that for sure, can I? But we do need to have compassion for these people because they're all stuck in a cycle here. Okay, I get that. There is an element of draconian. There is an element of draconian DNA and an adheration that they have to go by. They have a certain set of rules they have to adhere to because of the structure that comes from the draconian bloodlines, and it's embedded in law enforcement. It's part of your family, you know. And so, like when you get angry, dude, slits come out of your eyes. Okay. And so you have this DNA, you know, baby, and it's okay. I love you. I think it's awesome that you're such
it makes me all this.
But you
so
can't.
gross,
But you can't hate yourself because you have to face what this is. See, here's who you are. You are like let me tell you who you are. You wanted me to tell you more, and I don't, you know.
I'm a divide between that line.
When I work an asset like this, from an objective point of view, irrespective to a relationship that I may have with her, I always make it a habit to not try to tell them who they are. But recently, you asked me to tell you, well, it's not my place. It's not my place. But
I know, but that's what makes me see the best.
Hello.
Yes, is this Eugene?
Yes, sir. This is Eugene.
This is Officer here with the Louisville Police Department. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Got a call saying that you're looking to speak with a police officer.
That's correct, regarding a rape, and I just need to make the initial report to let you guys put this up your chain of command. Okay? That's what I'm here to do.
Alrighty, so where can I meet you?
Let's do aw shucks.
Okay, what kind of vehicle are you driving?
You'll see me out there. I'm going to be in a purple shirt. Okay? You won't be able to miss me. Okay?
Alrighty, I'll be there in a little bit.
Any time? Estimated time?
I'm driving there now from probably about 5-10 minutes away.
Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That was interesting timing, wasn't it? And so to get back into this, this is an ongoing investigation. It's really happening, and we're really going to hold these people accountable, you guys. And so this gets into some more.
Part of the testimony that he knew not what he does. That is not who my dad is.
Okay. I can get down with that.
That's important. Because if I thought that he meant that in a way that was harmful to me or ugly to me, I would say, fuck him. You know I would.
Well, how do you rape your daughter and it's a healthy thing?
Huh?
I mean, baby,
Say it again.
how do you rape your daughter and it's a healthy thing, though?
He has not ever done anything like that to me my whole entire life.
And see, I'm not convinced of that. That is completely contrary to what we see in these victims, and she is completely in alignment with the way that she is making these statements to what we do see in victims. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there, get this uploaded, go talk to this police officer, record it, and release it. I love you guys, and we are just keeping this going, guys, okay? We need your prayers, we need your compassion, we need your love, we need your support, okay? Thanks so much.